Welcome back everyone. As most of you know, the M1 iPads just came out, which I'm super happy about, but there are a set of iPads that just came out not too long ago, the iPad Air 4s, and let's go and see how these two things compare. Now if you have the money in the world, if money's not an issue, getting the M1 iPad Pro is definitely the better option, but the iPad Air 4, for being a cheaper option and for having kind of like the newest Apple 8 chipset, is still a really good device, and I would definitely say in some cases getting the iPad Air 4 may be the better option in my opinion. Now first off, obviously the M1 iPad Pros come in two different models, the 11-inch and 12.9-inch model. iPad Air 4 only 11-inch model. On those 12.9-inch iPad Pros, you're getting a much better Super Retina XDR display, which is awesome. It's amazing, I'm sure. You're also getting ProMotion on both M1 iPad Pros. iPad Air 4 doesn't support it. That's a pretty big deal. But one thing Apple stated is that coming from their previous iPad Pros, you're getting a 50% jump in CPU performance, and graphics performance is 1,500 times faster. The iPad Air 4 has a newer chipset than that device, which I think is pretty cool. You have the A14 Bionic chip device on that, and I think when it comes down to it, the iPad Air 4 is still a very fast performing device, but the M1 iPad Pro is the better one. It's going to be faster and all that stuff, so if you want the fastest, getting the M1 iPad Pro is definitely the better way to go. You're getting 2 times faster storage, and you're getting more storage options from something like an iPad Pro. The M1 version, the iPad Air 4 only goes up to 256 gigs of storage. So if you want more storage, getting the M1 iPad Pro is definitely the better way to go. Now, on top of this, you do get Thunderbolt support from the M1 iPad Pro, which is massive, and you're getting 5G support. The iPad Air 4 doesn't support either one of those things. It has a USB Type-C port, but you're getting that Thunderbolt support, which is amazing. You can connect to displays and all that stuff, which is really cool. Now, on top of this, on the front, you do get that ultra-wide camera on the M1 iPad Pro that probably will go up to 4K at 60 to be honest, but even if not, it's a 12 megapixel ultra wide sensor. The iPad Air 4 has that 7 megapixel sensor, which is still good enough for the most part. It is only 7 megapixels though, and it's a standard lens, so you're not getting that cool effect of that zoom in thing that the M1 iPad Pro has. The iPad Air 4 is not going to have it, which is kind of sad. And to believe it or not, those are really the main differences. The camera obviously is going to be better on the iPad Pro, the M1 model, but the iPad Air 4's camera was still pretty good for the most part. I think the main reason you would want to go for an M1 iPad Pro over the iPad Air 4 is easily the performance, but also the screen. That ProMotion is really awesome. If you're somebody who wish they can connect another display to their iPad, getting the M1 iPad Pro would definitely be the smarter option because you have that ability. If you get a display that supports Thunderbolt, you'll basically be able to connect that display to your iPad, which I think is amazing. The iPad Air 4 doesn't support that, but the iPad Pro, the M1 model, does actually support it, so I think that's really cool. So take it as you will, but that's pretty much how I would go and compare these two iPads in a pretty quick comparison. If you guys have any other questions or anything like that, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys get that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my other channels. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.